Let me say something uncomfortable. CSAT does not eliminate weak students. It eliminates overconfident ones. From 2014 to 2025, UPSC did not make reading comprehension harder, but it made it subtler. Question count stayed stable. Vocabulary did not explode. Passages did not become unreadable. Then what changed? Think. Distractor sophistication. Distractor sophistication has been changed. UPSC refined the wrong options, and most aspirants never study options behavior. UPSC refined the wrong options, and most aspirants never study option behavior. They practice passages simply the practice passages. They ignore option psychology. They prepare text, but they don't prepare for containment. But they don't prepare for containment. Today, we decode that layer, not casually, precisely. Part 1, the silent evolution, 2014 to 2025. We have to examine 2014 to 2025 reading comprehension analysis. That is, let us move phase by phase, because pattern awareness builds control. From 2014 to 2016, structural directness. The passages like structural directness. Extreme words were visibly wrong. Central ideas were clearer. Inference was tightly linked to text. The option gap was wide. Even average reading allowed safe elimination. This phase rewarded calm reading. From 2014 to 2016, these type of questions they asked. So even average reading allowed safe elimination. But from 2017 to 2018, closer framing. We have to examine what is closer framing from 27 to 2018. Best reflex framing increased. Best reflex framing increased. Tone-based inference expanded. Options began to look similar, not identical, but close. The gap narrowed. Now elimination requires interpretation discipline. This is when students started saying all options look correct. That sentence marks the beginning of refinement. The 2017 to 2018 phase has been started. The sentence marks the beginning of refinement. The stage is beginning of refinement. From 2019 to 2021, this phase is called as precision testing. Precision testing. That was a decisive shift. Verb precision became critical, like may versus will, may, will, advocated versus implemented. One word changed the answer. UPSC began testing semantic containment, not vocabulary difficulty. Precision. When options feel equally correct, UPSC has tightened logical boundaries. UPSC has tightened logical boundaries. In this 2019 to 2021 phase, this was a decisive shift. From 29 onwards, the shift was changed. Verb precision became critical. Verb precision, verb precision became critical. When options feel equally correct, UPSC has tightened logical boundaries. Then we will move to 2020 to 2025 phase. This phase is called as sophistication peak. What is sophistication peak? Extreme words reduced, obvious wrong answers disappeared. Instead of one outlier, you get four reasonable statements. Three are slightly stretched, one perfectly contained. Three are slightly stretched, one perfectly contained in four options. Usually they have given four options. The difference is microscopic. Quantifier traps intensified. Most is not all. Most is not all. Most is the word, all is the word. Some is not only. Often is not always. And then came to the most dangerous shift, contextual exhaustion. Contextual exhaustion. UPSC selected familiar themes like climate change, AI ethics, governance. An option may be true in reality, but not supported in the passage. You drift beyond the text. The drift causes elimination. You drift beyond text. The drift causes elimination. So, UPSC did not make the RC unpredictable. RC unpredictable. It made overconfidence expensive. It made overconfidence expensive. Within the logical boundaries, within the boundaries, the given passage, then only you will get elimination and the answer will be correct. Otherwise, punished. Option gap. Earlier, the gap between the correct and distractors was wide. Elimination, elimination, elimination felt secure. Now the trap, now the gap is narrow. Options look equally reasonable. When the gap closes, speed fails, instinct fails, your defense becomes scope discipline, tone sensitivity, logical containment. When distractor overlap, only containment separates you from the error. That is the 2026 reality. We will moving ahead to part 2. That is what UPSC actually tests. UPSC does not test English, it tests containment. Three core abilities. It tests three core abilities, that is scope discipline. Scope discipline. Stay inside passage boundaries. No global generalizations. No assumption expansion. No assumption expansion. So you have to think within the limits of passage only. Scope leakage is silent. but fatal. Tone sensitivity. Most passages are analytical, balanced, and measured. If option becomes extreme, absolute, moralistic, then eliminate. Always, never, only. These words are danger signals. Logical containment. Inference must stay inside the text. Inference must stay inside the text. No external logic, no personal ideology, no current affairs insertion. UPSC punishes over interpretation. You have to think the limits of passage and interpretation also, not beyond the passage boundaries. No current affair insertion. So you have to think always within the limits of boundaries of the passage. That's the thing you have to do always. Always remain the mind. Intelligence without containment is volatility. Intelligence without containment is volatility. Containment clears the CSAT. Next one, we will moving ahead to part 3. Part 3. Metis option dissection framework. We will examine this. What is dissection framework? We do not guess, we classify. Every option falls into a type. Those are supported, partially supported, logically stretched, scope expanded, tone distorted. Every option falls into a type of supported, partially supported, logically stretched, scope expanded, tone distorted. Correct answers do not shine. They survive elimination. The five-step filter, this is most important filter. For every option, ask, you have to ask yourself, text supported, extreme word inserted, new information added, cause effect reversed, can I justify, in one clean sentence? If any answer fails, eliminate. You have to eliminate. I have to repeat once. Let me repeat once. The five-step filter. For every option, you have to ask yourself, one, text supported, extreme word inserted, new information added, cause effect reversed. Can I justify it in one clean sentence? If any answer fails in these, eliminate. You have to eliminate the option. The correct answer is defensible. That is enough. That is enough. We have to examine the 2024 case study execution for your simple understanding. The passage text says, success hinges less on targets and more on technological equity. This is the passage says, success hinges less on targets and more on technological equity. So we have to examine options. One, option A, industrialized nations are solely responsible. Solely, extreme word, eliminate. Option B, developing nations must prioritize ethics over economy. Developing nations must prioritize ethics over economy. Logical stretch, eliminate. Option D. Rapid innovation is the only solution. This is external insertion. Eliminate. Option C. Target setting alone is insufficient. Target setting alone is insufficient. This is moderate, contained, defensible. It survives. That is how you win. This should be always do practice repetition. Then only you will understand. Then part 4, the Metis trap glossary. Memorize these five. Memorize these five. What? Memorize these five. Big five trap glossaries. Include this on first page of journal so they can code their errors. Okay. Those are half true distortion, verb shift, conditional stretch, quantifier trap, contextual exhaustion. So, what is half true distortion? The first half of the option is a direct quote from the text. The second half is a subtle lie. The first half true distortion means the first half of the option is a direct quote from the text. The second half is a subtle lie. This is the trap UPSC has doing few years. Verb shift. The text says a policy was discussed. The option says it was implemented. This is the active and passive, past and results. So you have to careful. Conditional stretch. Turning a possibility into certainty, like changing may to will. Next, quantifier trap. The using absolute words like all, only, none, always. When the text is moderate, this is the trap. Contextual exhaustion. Using your own knowledge about a topic like AI or climate instead of what other actually wrote. AI means artificial intelligence. Those five traps are half true distortion, verb shift, conditional stretch, quantifier manipulation, contextual exhaustion. These are examiner signatures. These patterns are trainable, but you have to be very careful with these five things as far as options is concerned. We do not count how many we got right. We analyze why a distractor survival. For a few previous years question, you get wrong. Question ID, my mistake, trap, Metis correction. Named mistakes are flexible mistakes. You have to take a notebook and write like this. If 70% of your errors are contextual exhaustion, you do not have a reading problem. You have a knowledgeable leakage problem. Replace ego, replace ego with containment. Then you will succeed. Part 5. 2026 execution blueprint. In this, we are classified into three phases. Phase 1, deep PYQ mapping, previous year's question papers mapping, previous year's questions mapping. Write the thesis in one line, identify tone, define scope, then you can do. Phase 2, trap journal. Your trap journal is your most valuable asset. If you find you are hitting context well, exhaustion 70% of the time you don't have reading problem. You have a knowledge leakage problem. You are too smart for your own good. Use the journal to bleed out your ego and replace it with mechanical containment. This is critical. Don't just mark wrong, audit error. Did you fail because of a verb shift or contextual exhaustion? Bleed out. Audit every mistake. Then phase 3, simulation mode. Weekly full CSAT. Stability over novelty. Stability over novelty. Final 30 days, previous year questions only. In the phase of simulation mode, you have to write one full CSAT exam every week. That is, we have to suggest stability over novelty. So consistency beats the talent. So final 30 days, previous year question papers only. You have to do. Then what is the attempt strategy in the examination hall? Attempt 14 to 16 reading comprehension questions. Stability over speed, eliminate two options first, reduce cognitive load. In the exam hall, confusion is very normal. Structure stabilities, structure stabilizes you. UPSC rewards control, not ego. Stability over speed. Eliminate two options first. Reduce cognitive load. In the exam hall, confusion is normal. Structure stabilizes you. We learn we learn sub structures, trap journalism, hmm, trap journal, verb shift, context exhaustion, etc. etc. UPSC rewards control. From 2014 to from 2014 to 2025, UPSC did not change the syllabus. It changed the option behavior. CSAT is not a language test. It is a containment test. If you chase speed, you feel pressure. If you train containment, you feel control. At Metis, we do not prepare you to attempt more. We prepare you to eliminate better. This is most important. Elimination. Elimination is most important. Elimination is what? Options elimination is most important. Train containment. Remain stable. And CSAT 2026 will not surprise you. We decode examiner behavior. Structured containment approach. Structure, structure containment approach is need of the hour. So you have to you have to you have to keep in mind what is trap journalism and how can you write a notebook regarding half true distortion, verb shift, conditional approach, quantifier trap. contextual exhaustion. UPSC always distracting like this. Options, using options, not only using passages, using options also. You have to always think within the boundaries of passage only. You don't have to external insertion like current affairs, etc. You have to always keep an eye in verb shift like discuss it to implemented, may to will, etc. And also quantify a trap like absolute words are x, all, only, none, always. Moderate, you have to understand the tone of the passage. That is the most important thing. Contextual exertion, using your own knowledge about a topic instead of what the other actually wrote. Don't do this. Containment approach, this is most important. And what should be preparation style for 2026 CSAT? You have to define the preparation in classification of this preparation into three phases. First, PYQs. The phase one, PYQ mapping, deep PYQ mapping. You have to understand the PYQs analysis. You have to understand the pattern. Have to understand the depth of the PYQs. This is the mirror of the examination, PYQs. So write the thesis in one line, identify the tone of the passage, define the scope. Then only you can make the passage read. And next one, important phase, top journal. Top journal. What exactly the options is belongs to which trap you have to observe, like contextual exhaustion, verb shift, quantifier trap, etc. etc. Then only you have to write good answer like correct or not, wrong or right, etc. Audit every mistake. And final phase, simulation mode. You have to write mocks every week. Full CSAT has to be written. Stability over novelty. Final 30 days, PYQs only. And important attempt strategy, attempt 14 to 16, 16 reading comprehension questions, stability over speed. Eliminate two options first. Reducing cognitive load. In the exam hall, confusion is normal, but structure stabilizes you. UPSC rewards control, not ego. This type of preparation is need of the hour for UPSC CSAT 2026 as far as reading comprehension is concerned. Thank you and all the best.